Good morning. Ready for a few chuckles? I hope. Armed robbers burst into a bank, line up customers and staff against the wall, and begin to take their wallets, watches, and jewelry. Two of the bank's accountants are among those waiting to be robbed. The first accountant suddenly thrusts something in the hand of the other. The second accountant whispers, "What is this?" The first accountant whispers back, "It's the $50 I owe you." After a few years of married life, a man finds that he is unable to perform. He goes to his doctor, and his doctor tries a few things, but nothing works. Finally, the doctor says to him, "This is all in your mind," and refers him to a psychiatrist. After a few visits to the shrink confesses, "I am at a loss as to how you could possibly be cured." Finally, the psychiatrist refers him to a witch doctor. The witch doctor says, "I can cure this." He throws some powder on a flame, and there is a flash with billowing blue smoke. The witch doctor says, "This is powerful healing, but you can only use it once a year. All you have to do is say 1, 2, 3, and it shall rise for as long as you wish." The guy then asks the witch doctor, "What happens when it's over?" The witch doctor says, "All you or your partner have to say is 1, 2, 3, 4, and it will go down. But be warned, it will not work again for a year." The guy goes home, and that night he is ready to surprise his wife with the good news. So he is lying in bed with her and says, 1, 2, 3, and suddenly he gets an erection. His wife turns over and says, "What did you say 1, 2, 3 for?" A Martian makes an emergency landing in Brooklyn and finds that a key part of his saucer has been damaged, the all-important Truver. He goes into a deli and asks the counterman if he knows where he can find a Truver. The man asks, "What does it look like?" The Martian says, "It's round, kind of hard on the outside, soft on the inside, with a little hole in the middle." The deli man says, "That sounds like a bagel. Here, does this look like what you said?" The Martian says, "It's perfect. What do you use these for here?" The deli man says, "Well, you'll probably find this hard to believe, but we eat them." The Martian says, "You're kidding. You eat Truvers?" The deli guy says, "Yeah, here, try one." The Martian is pretty skeptical, but he takes a bite. "Hey, with a little cream cheese, this wouldn't be half bad." There once was a very famous artist who was visited by a wealthy man. The man requested that the artist, who was getting on in years, paint a portrait of his wife in the nude. The elderly artist, a very moral man, replied, "Your offer is a very generous one. However, I simply have never done that type of work, and I do not intend to begin in my twilight years." The wealthy man returned several times, however, increasing his offer of payment each time until the artist finally consented. "My wife has agreed with me that we do need the money, and I am willing to paint your wife in the nude," the artist said. although I must insist that I be allowed to keep my socks on, as I suffer terribly from cold feet. Two elderly couples are enjoying some friendly conversation when one of the men asks the other, "Hey Henry, how was the memory clinic you attended last month?" "Amazing," he replies. "Why, I learned all the latest techniques in visualization, association, and the like. It made a real difference in my memory." "That's terrific. What was the name of the clinic?" Henry is embarrassed. For the life of him, he cannot remember. Then a smile breaks across his face and he says, "What do you call that flower with the long stem and thorns?" "You mean a rose?" "Yes, that's it." He turns to his wife. "Rose, what was the name of that memory clinic?" And until next time.